So now that we know how to create auxiliaries, groups or matrices out of the buses that are available on the console, let's look at how we send signals, in this case for auxes and for groups. We'll come back to matrices a little bit later in a section of their own. So what we're going to do, we've already decided that we've got 8 groups over here and we've got 8 auxiliaries. So again, using an analog example, you would generally have a master auxiliary on a knob and then a row of auxiliaries going along the console to send from each channel. Well, on the VI console it's exactly the same. So we're going to work on this auxiliary here, auxiliary 1. So the channels that I want to send to that, so I'm going to choose the bass guitar over here. So I go, again, following my Vistonics strip, I go down to the tab we looked at earlier which has the auxiliary sends, go down here where it says auxiliary 1, it's already switched on, and just bring up the level, just like I was working on an analog console. And then for aux 2, aux 3, aux 4, aux 5, as we move through the console like that. Now if I move to my subgroups over here, if I want to send anything to that subgroup, I know it's on bank B, so it's my second row of 8 buses, which is down here, labelled 9 to 16. So all I need to do, I've already created stereo pairs, I just need to send the signals that I want to send to that group. So at the moment, because only the bass guitar is selected, I'm sending the bass guitar or not sending the bass guitar to those groups as I toggle the on-off button. And it really is as simple as that. One other nice trick that we've got for doing aux mixes, I'm going to go back to my bank A here, is that we have a button down here called the follow output solo. Now what this does, if I select this, at the moment these are my input faders, we know that, right the way across the console, and these are my output master faders. Now if I press the solo button on aux 1, you'll see that the faders now become sends of all the input channels to that output, and the fader glow element here is orange to confirm that selection. Now this is very useful because this means that I can, instead of working on a single instrument and sending, as we did just now, using the sends to the 8 auxes from that single instrument, I'm now able to send to one single bus from all of the channels. So if this was the drummer's mix on stage, I could give him his own mix of all the instruments, just as if I was creating a front of house mix. When I release the follow button, I go back to my main mixing page, and you can see that the fader glow element is not illuminated. So again, press the fader follow, and then I would just step through my auxes and create different mixes as I go. So here we have, as I said before, this could be the drummer's mix, this could be the keyboard player's mix, this could be an in-ear mix for the lead vocalist, and perhaps a mix going to the guitarist.